Right, I'm going to show you quite a simple thing, which is how to change a tyre that's gone flat for a spare. This might not be applicable to most cars because some cars these days don't come with a spare tyre, which is a bit ridiculous. If you do have a spare tyre, or more correctly spare wheel, what you need to do, you need to find your vehicle's toolkit, which in this case includes a screwdriver, which we won't be needing, and a rather small spanner, so we don't need those things. We do need these things, the locking wheel nut key, if your vehicle's equipped with one. This is to aid putting the wheel on, but it's only applicable if you've got wheel bolts rather than wheel nuts, and the wheel brace, and a little hook to take the wheel trim off. So the best thing to do, before we do anything else, is pull the wheel trim off. And you've got to loosen these bolts before jacking the vehicle up. So the best thing to do, I find, is to use my foot and go round and just back them off a small amount. You don't want to take them out, just make them a little bit looser. Because when the vehicle's in the air, they'll just spin around uselessly and you won't be able to get them off. Now, what you can do, one right at the top, you can take out completely, and if your kit comes with one of these, screw that in instead. That'll make life a bit easier in a moment. Find the vehicle jack. Now ideally you would chock the vehicle, but most vehicles don't come with any chocks, so it'd be a bit ridiculous if I showed you how to chock a vehicle. You want to find the arrow on the sill, and then this part of the jack will go over the pinch well on the sill, just here.
That's my angry girl.
Now, it's important that you don't raise the vehicle more than you really need to. That's a good idea if you've made sure you get the handbrake on, and ideally the vehicle in gear, so you can see off the ground. But these jacks are very unsafe. You should definitely not work under the vehicle. It's only to be used in an emergency, and this is an emergency of sorts anyway. And now these bolts are loose, they can be removed very easily. And then, because this pin's in the way, just slide the wheel off. Safety, you can put it under the car, so if it does, the jack does fail. Now I come to the spare wheel, that's already ready to go. Free it from the vehicle. Take the wheel out. And then, because you've got the locating pin, you can slide that over very easily. Locate it on the centre bore here, and then insert by hand, if you can, a bolt. And try and start these bolts by hand so you don't end up cross-threading them, or anything like that. Take out the safety pin, the locating pin. And then what you want to do is do these up hand tight. torqued. Not that it's going to be torqued with that. We put the wheel back in the carrier. What you'll find, of course, is that if you have a space saver, it won't fit, and then you'll have a world of problems there, but less than not being able to drive at all, I suppose. Right. Now these are hand tight, these bolts, so you can lower the vehicle again. You see how it's possible to do this without putting any part of your body under the car that's only supported by a jack. Put the jack back, and now you need to tighten these. The vehicle on the ground, best thing to do in my opinion is to press as hard as you can and then apply some of your body weight, but don't bounce up and down on it, and that's approximately the right wheel torque. Should always do it in a star pattern like this. Now the correct thing to say here is that you should drive to the nearest garage and have these checked with a torque wrench. But if you've stood on them but not bounced up and down on them, that should be about right. Another thing you should check is the tyre pressure. The most important thing you should do is put all the tools back in the bag, so you have a flat tyre again, you'll actually be able to change the wheel.